Hi everyone, so we're live. Welcome to reading. My name is Hina, and as soon as people start clicking on the join class button, we will begin. So we're live. Welcome to reading. My name is Hina, and as soon as people start clicking on the join class button. Hi everyone, Norbert, good to see you today.
Hi.
Hi, Marco and Yusuf. A lot of familiar faces from yesterday. And Juan. Hi, Sonia.
Hi.
Okay. All right. So I think we're about ready to begin. Hello, everyone. My name is Hina, and this is reading. I just want to say before we begin that today's class is a little intermediate. It's not beginner. So we will be reading a crime mystery story together and solving the crime. So it's a detective story, and there's going to be a lot of, well, what if this and what if that. So be ready to have discussions about that and who done it, basically. We're going to be reading, and we will follow that up with a vocabulary exercise in which we will be covering some vocabulary related to crimes and the law. So, Yusuf, reading's the main problem that you're facing? Okay, that's great. So we will have lots of opportunities to read today, all right? So I just want to say that some people might be at a different reading level than others. So it's very important that all of us are patient and let the person finish reading their section, okay? And if you're reading, don't be rushed or don't feel like, oh my God, I have to read this as soon as possible. Take your time. Pronounce the words, and of course we will help you along with it. Okay, is that clear? Everybody can hear me? What we're doing today has all been covered?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. So as always, we will begin with a quick round of introductions. So just say your name, where you are, where you're living right now. Okay, let's start with Juan Correa.
Hello, my name is Juan. I'm from Peru. I'm 18 years old. Well, I think that's all.
Thank you, Juan. And Juan Manuel?
Hello, everybody. My name is Manuel. I am from Mexico.
Thank you. Luisa?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Luisa. I'm from Armenia. That's all.
Armenia. Okay, thank you. Marco?
Hello, my name is Marco. I came from Italy.
Okay, thank you. Martin?
Hello, my name is Martin. I'm from Slovakia.
You're from where? Sorry?
Slovakia. Do you know this country?
Latvia?
Slovakia.
So, no, I've never heard of it, but you can tell us a little bit about it during class. That'd be awesome. Norbert?
I am Norbert, and I am from Hungary.
Okay, thank you. Sinaver?
Yeah, it's alright. It's correct. I'm
Okay.
from Ukraine. My name is Sinaver, and currently I'm staying in Kiev.
Okay, thank you. Sonia? Sonia, can you hear us? No? Okay, your mic might be muted. So at the top, you're going to have to unmute yourself if you can hear us, Sonia, okay? Okay, and Yusuf.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Yusuf. I'm from Yemen, and my native language is Arabic. And the one who is talking should mute himself because.
Sorry, what did you say? What was the last thing you said, Yusuf?
Someone was talking while I'm talking.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover that. Thanks, Yusuf. So when somebody is speaking, please make sure that everybody's mics are muted. Just because if there is some noise that comes from your side, it's gonna disrupt everybody. Okay. So when it's your turn to speak, you can just unmute yourself. All right. Okay. So I think we are all ready to begin. We just have somebody new join us. Julan.
Yes, hello. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah. You just wanna introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
My name is Julian, and I'm from Ukraine.
You're from where? Sorry?
Ukraine.
Ukraine. Okay, we have somebody else from Ukraine here as well. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so I haven't posted our crime story up yet because I want everybody to read it together. Because if somebody reads it over and over and to discover what the clue is, I don't want that happening. So we're going to be reading the crime story together, and then I will post the Google Doc, and then you'll have access to it and you can read it by yourself. All right. So I'll say your name, and you can read the paragraph that. The next paragraph of the story. Okay, Sonia, I don't know if you can hear us, but we can't hear you. If you want to try speaking, or let me just, Sonia, can you hear us? Let's see if you can get her involved as well. Okay. Alrighty, so I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, can everybody see this Google document?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Is the font big enough for everybody?
Can
Yes.
you post the link, please?
Yes.
I don't want to post the link because that way you guys will know what the story is, but I will give you this link as soon as we're done reading the story, okay?
Okay, it's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 'cause it's a crime story, and at the end we have to figure out like what the clues are. So if I post it, then people might read ahead and then they'll know what's going on. But as soon as we finish reading the story together, I'll give you the Google Doc, all right? Okay, is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Okay. And then some of the words are underlined and highlighted like this one. We're going to be seeing what they mean in the context that they are used at the end of the story. All right. So, like I said, make sure everybody's mics are muted. Yeah, Marco, we hear that. So just make sure you mute your mic when you're not speaking, so there's no noise and people can hear others properly. Okay. So let's begin. Juan Correa?
Yes.
Yeah, do you want to start us off and read the first paragraph of the story? Everybody take your time reading. Don't worry about reading too fast and just focus on pronunciation and the words, all right?
Okay. At 12:22 p.m.
11.
At 11:22 p.m. on January 7, 1999, Miss Jean Webb called the Toronto police to report a suicide. At 11:34, a police car pulled up in front of her house, a small bungalow on a very quiet street, and two policemen got out of the car. Miss Webb was waiting for them at the door, dressed in a warm coat to protect herself against the cold. She pointed to the house next door on her right and accompanied the policeman to the front door of this house.
Thanks so much, Juan. Okay, so we're going to read it paragraph by paragraph. If there's anything that is unclear in a paragraph, let me know. I'll go over it and we can discuss it further. But if everything is okay, then we'll just move on to the next paragraph and the next person can read, okay? All right, next is Juan Manuel.
Yes.
Yeah, do you want to read this paragraph, please?
Okay. The policeman's surprise, the door was partly open. They entered the house and mixed wet direct to the policeman to the study, which was down to the corridor on the right. The door of the study was also open, and they could see a man body on the floor near the desk. They realized immediately that he was dead. There was a small round hole in his forehead, just above his right eye, and a gun lay on the floor next to his right hand.
Right hand. Thank you so much, Juan. Okay, so I hope we all are paying attention to what is going on in the story. It's the little details that are going to matter in the end. Okay, next is Louisa.
Yes.
Yeah, can I get you to read the next paragraph, please?
Okay. The policeman looked around but didn't touch anything. They then left the room and told Miss Webb to follow them outside. One of the policemen told her that she was a very important witness and asked her to stay in the house until someone came to interview her. He then called the
Homicide.
homicide division and gave them
Okay, perfect.
the
Thank you,
address.
Louisa. I just wanted to point out that this word here, it's you said it as didn't. That's written differently. So this is pronounced as did not. Okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And didn't is written a little differently, but it means the same thing. Okay? Thank you,
Okay.
Louisa. Okay. Next we have Marco.
Yes.
Yeah. Can I get you to read this one?
Inspector Kodir and a team of experts arrive 15 minutes later. The investigation
Do you want to say this one again? Yeah.
Okay, 15 minutes later. The investigation began at On's end. Inspector Koder checked every room in the house before he was satisfied. It was almost 2 a.m. when he finally rang the doorbell at Miss Webb's home and asked to speak to her. She offered him a cup of coffee, which he gratefully accepted. He sat down at the kitchen table, and while the coffee was brewing, she told him what had happened.
Okay, thank you so much, Marco. And this is pronounced as accepted.
Accepted. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So it's as if there's an S here, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Marco. Okay, next we have Martin.
Yes.
Can I get you to read the next one? Yeah.
I was sitting in this very room, drinking a cup of cocoa, like do every night before I go to bed. Suddenly the light came on in Mr. James' study, and through the window I saw him enter the room and walk over to his desk. Look, you can see the study from here, and you can see everything that is happening inside. Inspector Collier started out of the kitchen window and realized that he was absolutely right. The study was well lit, and he could see his colleagues move around inside as they continued their investigation.
Okay, thank you, Martin. And this is pronounced as stared. Okay, stared. Is that okay?
Stared. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. All right. Next we have, let me see. Next we have Norbert. Can I get you to read the next one, please?
Yes. Miss Webb continued with her story. I saw Mr. James open a drawer of the desk and take out a gun. I was so shocked, I didn't react at first. As I looked, I saw him point the gun at his head and pull the trigger. She was obviously upset, but she continued her account of the terrible event. As you can imagine, I was in shock, but I realized that I had to do something, although I knew deep down that it was too late.
Thank you, Norbert. Yusuf. Is Yusuf still with us? Yeah, go ahead.
I'm here. Which one?
So starting right here.
Only one line I see, right?
Oh no, it's an entire paragraph. Yeah, I'll go down.
So what happened? Okay. So what did you do? Asked the inspector. I ran over his house. Can you just roll it up? House, and I checked the front door. It was locked. I tried the back door. It too was locked. I went around the house and checked all the windows. They were all locked. So I took a stone and broke basement window and climbed in. It was stupid under the
Circumstances.
Under the circumstances, but I didn't want to break any of the big windows. The inspector was very.
Oh, that's it. Okay, we're gonna get somebody else to read the second one. But thank you, Yusuf. Okay, next we have Yulan.
Yes. The inspector was very sympathetic and told her that it was very natural to not want to damage somebody property. We noticed the broken window. It was very small. You are lucky you didn't cut yourself as you climbed through it. Miss Webb nodded in agreement and continued her story. I was in this very dark basement, but since our houses are very similar, I quickly found the light switch.
Thank you, Yulan. Next, can I get Louisa to read again, please?
Okay. Then I went up the stairs to the main room. I rushed immediately to the study and didn't hesitate. I opened the door, switched on the light, and ran to the body to see if I could do anything for Mr. James. Of course, as you saw, there was nothing I could do for him. Then I left the house by the front door, and came over here to call the police. I left the front door partly open so they could just walk in, and saw what had happened.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. Can I get Juan Cuera?
Yes. What paragraph?
So right here now.
Okay. Now that she had finished her story, she began to tremble. I'm sorry, she explained. You see, he was more than a good neighbor to me. He was also my boss. I work at this.
Yeah. Can you see?
Okay, I can.
Yeah,
No,
I work at his company.
I work at his. I work at his company as his accountant, and I know there was a reason for this despair. The company was going bankrupt, and I feel responsible for his suicide because I was the one who gave him the bad news just this morning, in fact.
Okay, so this word is suicide.
Suicide.
Okay? Suicide, yeah. All right, thank you. And can I get Martin to read the very last paragraph, please?
Yes. The inspector looked at her, but there was little sympathy in his eyes. He got up from his chair and headed towards the front door. As he was picking up his overcoat, he turned to her and said, in a very cold voice, I think you will have to come down the police headquarters with me. There are a few small details that don't seem to make sense.
Okay, thank you. And this word is pronounced as headed.
Headed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Headed towards. Okay. And that is the end of our story. Now I shall post the Google document here so you guys can have access to it. All right. So what did we think of the story? Feedback. Was it good? Was it thrilling? Was it boring? No? Nobody liked it?
It was interesting.
It was interesting? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand what's going on? Would somebody like to just give me a really quick summary of what we just read? Norbert, can I get you to tell us like really quickly what's going on?
I'm not sure, but Mr. James had a company, and this company went
bankrupt.
Bad.
Yeah,
Bankrupt,
it went
yes.
bad. Yes.
And maybe this was the reason why he did that suicide.
Okay, so basically we have a woman, she's saying that she saw her neighbor kill himself, like he committed suicide, right? And she just gave her account, so her version of the story to the police, what she saw. But the police inspector thinks that there's something fishy or there's something off in her story. Do we know what it is that is off? What is making him think that she's lying?
Rare.
Sorry?
Off is like, no?
I don't know what you're saying, Juan. Sorry. Go ahead. No, try again.
No, I was telling you that odd is kind of strange, no?
Okay, yeah. Some of the things she's saying are strange. What else? Did anybody else find anything strange in her story?
Maybe she did that bankrupt.
She did the bankrupt. Okay. Does everybody know what bankrupt means?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Louisa, do you wanna explain what bankrupt means?
It's when you have more money and one time your money was lost, like something like that.
Yeah, when you run a company and your company runs out of money, like your company has no more money, then it's bankrupt. It's called declaring bankruptcy, and that means that you have to go to the bank and tell them, I don't have any more money and I can't run this company and I need help pulling out my shares and pulling out my funds. Okay, so Mr. James's company went bankrupt, so his company went bad. So a lot of people, if they have a company and it goes bankrupt, they go depressed, right? And they might kill themselves, right? They might commit suicide.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what she's saying happened. So she saw, okay, so she saw Mr. James kill himself. Okay, but what about her story is making the inspector go like, I don't agree with you. So I posted the link. If you guys want to read it a little bit on your own, I can hint to you what the sections you should focus on are. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen again. Give me a minute. Yeah, go ahead, Louisa, please.
The part when I was sitting in this room drinking a cup of cocoa, like, yeah?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. So the part where she's drinking a cup of cocoa?
Yeah, and when she see him from the window.
Okay. What about that is suspicious?
That she was important witness and maybe she saw how it happened.
Okay, yeah, she saw. That's what she says. But let's see. Okay, let me give you guys a little bit of a hint. Okay, so everybody can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I was sitting in this very room drinking a cup of cocoa like I do every night before I go to bed. Suddenly, the light came on in Mr. James's study, and through the window, I saw him enter the room and walk over to his desk. Okay? So she's saying that she was sitting in her room and the light in Mr. James's study came on, right? He turned it on, right?
Right.
Okay, so that means that the light was on and she could see that he was supposedly killing himself, all right? And then she goes on to tell the story. Says she broke the window, right? We noticed the broken window, it was very small, so she broke the window and she climbed into the house to see if he was okay. Okay, and then she says, then I went up the stairs to the main floor. I rushed immediately to the study and I didn't hesitate. I opened the door, switched on the light, and ran to the body to see if I could do anything for Mr. James. Okay, that's my hint.
The light, she said she saw the light turned on, and then she said she turned on the light when she reached there.
Yeah, does everybody understand that? Does everybody see where her story doesn't make sense? So she says that he turned the light on and then he killed himself. So the light should be on, right? When she goes to his room, and then she goes to his study and she has to turn the light on. Why would she have to do that if nobody else is in the house? Is that clear for everybody?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So what do you guys think happened? Give me your conspiracy theories. Conspiracy theories are like what if and like what if that happened
I
and what if
think
this happened? Yeah, go ahead, Norbert.
maybe she stole the money, and his boss found out it.
Okay. Okay. So maybe the company didn't go bankrupt. Maybe she stole the money and then he found out and she killed him.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's one thing. Thank you. What else could have happened? What else? What other conspiracy theorists do we have here? No? That's it? She stole the money and she killed him. Boo. What if, let's see, what else could have happened? Doesn't anybody watch crime dramas or like crime movies? Like, what are some of the stories that happen? Some people are writing some stuff in the chat box. Maybe manager? Manager? I don't know. I don't know who manager is. Okay. So what did everybody think of the story? Just give me your feedback now. No.
It's a really typical crime story, and I don't know. There is the possibility that there is another murder, and
okay.
she helped the murderer to kill Mr. Jones. I don't know.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Who else? Who agrees with who thinks that Marco's story is possible as well? That there's another murder and there's like another murderer out there.
In the story, there's only the victim and the witness, so there is no other character, so we can make up. I mean, what is that? Guess if there is somebody, because they mention it in the story itself.
Yeah, exactly. And so, because that's a very good point, Yusuf. So there's one victim who is Mr. James, who's dead, and then there's one witness. So in a case where you only have one witness, the one witness becomes the one suspect, right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's like, oh, you're the only one who saw it, so maybe you're the one who did it. Dun, dun, dun. Right? So maybe she did do it. Maybe she is the murderer, okay? So, well, there's so many ifs and buts in what she could have done. Maybe she just didn't like her boss. Maybe he made her do a lot of like, maybe he made her go get the coffee a lot, and she was just like, I don't like this. Bam. Who knows? Okay, so there is some vocabulary that we're going to. There were some words that were underlined in the story that I want to go back and read the context of. Okay. So in the Google Doc, at the very bottom after the story, we have choose the correct meaning for the word as it is used in the text. So pulled up. Who would like to tell me? So that's over here. Can I get Yusuf?
Yes.
Okay. So what does pulled up here mean? If you want to just read the sentence and then tell us what this means right over here. I'll scroll down.
Pulled up in front of her house, like stand or stop there.
Exactly. So to pull up in front of a house means to stop your car in front of that house. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Yusuf. Next we have Norbert. Can I get you to do number 2?
One of the policemen. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, and number 2 right here on the screen.
Yes.
So what is a witness? So there's 4 options here.
Okay, witness is, I think, a victim.
No, a witness is
someone who saw the crime.
Exactly. So someone who sees the crime is a witness to the crime. A victim is somebody who was harmed because of the crime. So in this case, the victim is Mr. Jones. So he was the person who was killed. So he'd be the victim. Witness is somebody who saw the crime. And right now, the police think that the witness is also the suspect because they're like, your story is not matching up, okay? And someone who commits the crime is the criminal, the person who's guilty, okay? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Norbert. Next, who do we have? Marco?
Okay.
So at
once, yes.
let me take it up to where it's written, and then you can tell me what it means from the context. Okay? So here, it's right here. Do you want to read the sentence?
Yes, the investigation began at once, and inspector went to every room. Okay.
Yeah. So at once means
soon.
No. Immediately.
Yeah, it means immediately. So, yeah. All these words are very, very similar. Soon means, okay, something that is going to happen in the very, very near future. So soon, like in the next 15 minutes or in the next 20 minutes. So that's soon. Okay? Quickly means that you're doing an action, but you're doing it quickly. Like it's not going to happen. It is happening, and it's happening at a fast pace. Okay? So like I'm quickly cleaning my room. So you're doing it at a fast pace. It's not something that's going to happen. One time only means it's only going to happen once. And immediately means right now. So at once means right now. So the investigation began at once. It began immediately, right at this instance. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hina, sorry, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I use at once as a adverb?
As an adverb? Do you want to give me an example in a sentence?
Well, I don't have one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I think that immediately is an adverb.
Is an adverb?
And at one is it's synonym.
Synonym. Okay, yeah. Synonym. Means it's a different word, but it means the same thing. But at once and immediately can be considered to be synonyms, I suppose. Yes. I'm not too sure if you can use at once as an adverb. I'd probably need to see like context or a sentence, but I can tell you that you can use these two as synonyms. Okay? So synonym is a word that's written differently, but it means the same thing. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, but I don't want to give you any wrong information, okay? Okay, next we have Juan Manuel.
Gratefully, with gratitude.
Yeah, gratefully is with gratitude. So let's see how this is used in the story. So she offered him a cup of coffee, which he gratefully accepted. So he gratefully accepted, it was with gratitude. He was probably really, really tired and he needed a cup of coffee. So when she offered it to him, he was like, yes, I really need a coffee. Thank you so much for offering it. So he was full of gratitude. Okay? Is that clear? For everyone? Okay, that's great. Thank you. Number 5, can I get Julan? Julan still with us, or has he left us? Can I get Louisa?
Okay.
Yeah.
Switch it on.
Yeah, number 5. You just want to read it and tell us which one of the 4 is correct.
A light comes on when you. I think it's A.
And then you switch it on. Can you? Okay, it's A. Anybody else? Do you think it's a different answer?
Turn it on.
Okay, turn it on. So it's A.
All of the above.
Yeah, that's right. It's all of the above. So there are different ways to say that you are a light is coming on. So you can switch a light on, you can put it on, and you can turn it on. Okay. So these are all different ways of saying turning on a light switch. Okay.
Yes, this is the same meaning.
Yeah, so it's the same meaning. So it's for this one, it is all of the above. Is that clear, Louisa? Why it's all of the above?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Next we have number 6. Can I get Juan Correa?
Yes. Okay, it's third. Well, could you?
Yeah, I can show you the context. Yeah. Let me. So gratefully here. So you can start. So you can read from here. Okay, I'll just go back at the bottom now. So yeah, so stairs.
I know. Okay, let's start. Look, with surprise.
Look with surprise. Okay. Does everybody agree with that?
Look with intensity.
It's actually look with intensity. Yes. I'll just explain the difference between all of them. So intensity means with like a lot of concentration. So he stared out the window. So he looked with a lot of concentration and he was like, oh wow, yeah, you can actually see through the window. To look with surprise would be like, oh my goodness, whoa, you can do that, right? Like, oh, I'm so surprised. So you don't stare with surprise, you stare with intensity. And impatience is like when you don't have patience, like, oh my God, like what's going on? Like faster, faster, do it right now, you know? To stare means to look at something with a lot of concentration and with a lot of intensity. Okay? Is that clear, Juan, why it's look with intensity?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Okay, all right, you're welcome. Okay, next we have Yusuf.
Yes.
Yeah, can I get you to do number 7, Yusuf? Let me know if you want me to go up and show you the context in the story.
No, that's okay, I guess.
Okay.
Upset, it's distressed.
Yeah,
No.
that's...
Are also, what is the difference between like distressed and disappointed?
Okay, distressed is when you're under a lot of pressure or a lot of stress. Like, oh my God, I have so much work to do and I have a deadline pending and you know you haven't gotten anything done. So you're under distress. Disappointed is when it's like, you know, oh, something didn't happen the way I wanted it to go. So your expectations aren't met.
Okay.
Is the difference clear? So this upset and distress is when you're under stress or when your mind is restless. Disappointed is after something has happened and the results were not what you wanted. Okay?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay? All right. Sorry, and Norbert, you were
No,
saying something?
I just thought it's disappointed, but
Yeah. It's
okay.
it's not disappointed. Disappointed is a little different. Yeah. So it would be like I was disappointed that I did not go to Hawaii like I had planned. Okay? So that's an example. And you can use distress. Oh, planning for this trip has put me under a lot of distress. So it's very stressful for me to plan for this trip. Okay? All right. Number 8. Let's have Marco.
Okay, rushed. So went urgently. Went urgently.
Perfect. That's right. So went urgently. So went is just, that would be normally to go, right? But you're saying rushed. That means to go really quickly. Like something is very important and you have to get to it really quickly. So you do it urgently. Okay? Thank you, Marco.
Thank you.
Okay, let me just see if we have more people who have joined us and then I can... Naseem? I don't know if Naseem can hear us. Okay. Hi, can you hear me, Naseem?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hi, thanks for joining. Do you wanna can you see the screen? Do you want to do number 9?
Yes, sure.
Okay.
An account works with money. Account.
Yeah. Yeah, an accountant works with money. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So she was the accountant for his company. All right. And number 10, can I get Norbert? Can I get you to do number 10, please?
Yes, if a company goes bankrupt, it means borrows money from the bank or fails.
It fails. Yeah,
okay.
It fails, yeah. So borrows money from the bank is what a company does before it starts. So you go to the bank and you say, I want a loan or I need to borrow money to start my company. And then the bank will give you money. if your company goes bankrupt, that means your company has failed. So you can't pay the bank back its money and your company can't go on. You fail. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, that's great. Thanks, everyone. I hope the story was interesting and, we had fun reading. There is another activity that I have. It has to do with crime vocabulary and practice, just because we are talking about crime story. So I am going to send you this link. There you go. Okay. So I posted it in the chat box. Everybody would like to open that. We're going to be working with describing how crimes are committed and how you charge somebody with a crime. So the vocabulary that is used to describe crimes and the vocabulary that is used in court law to say how a crime was committed is different from how, it has its own structure in language. So we're going to be using that. Has everybody opened the Google document I just posted?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right. So the first practice is preposition practice. So a preposition is any word that links a sentence together. So they're called helping words, and they help you link one part of a sentence to another. So you have like off, to, for, with, on, over, through, from. On their own, these words can mean a lot of things, but when you put them in a sentence, they help link one part of the sentence with the other. So we're going to go through these 12 sentences, and we're going to determine which preposition goes in each of these blanks. All right. So I'll do the first one. The two men were charged blank robbery and assault. So the two men were charged with robbery and assault. Okay? So when you're charged with a crime, you're charged with a crime. So that's the preposition that you use is with. Okay? So it's right here. All right? So is it clear what we're doing?
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
So I'll just go through the list of names, and everybody can do one sentence. Juan Correa.
Yes.
Can I get you to do number 2, please?
Okay. Frank was driving 20 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Mm-hmm. So
Then
what did you say? Which word?
Over.
Yeah, perfect.
No.
Over the speed limit. Yeah.
Then he went. I don't know. Okay, wait. And
Yeah.
then he went to a red light.
Yeah, perfect.
No. Okay.
No, it is. When you break the law and you go past a red light, it's called going through the light. So a lot of people say, you drove through the light. You're driving through it because it's a red light and you're supposed to stop, but you don't. So you just go through the intersection, for example. Okay? So this is the right way to describe if you break the law and you cross a red light. Okay? Is it clear for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, great. Juan Manuel, can I get you to do number 3?
Mr. Jones was accused of forgery.
Perfect. Yeah. So accused is when you blame somebody. So forgery is when you make bad replicas of documents. So for example, if you copy somebody's signature without their knowing, you're committing forgery and it's a crime. Okay. Thank you, Juan.
Why it sounds like Jones was accused for forgery? It's like for faking.
Yeah, accused of forgery. So just make sure it's not for. Okay? So Mr. Jones was accused of forgery, not for. For means when you are in favor of something. Okay? So all for this rise. For example, if you are in favor of something, then you say, I am for this cause. But over here, it wouldn't make sense. So you have to say that you were accused of something. All right?
Right.
Is that okay, Yusuf? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Can I get Louisa to do the fourth one, please?
Mary was fined for speeding.
Perfect. So Mary was fined for speeding. Okay, so for doing something. Okay, thank you, Louisa. Marco, can I get you to do number 5?
Yes, but it's possible to repeat the preposition or not?
Oh yeah, you can repeat the preposition. That's okay.
The jury found him guilty of the crime, for the crime, of
the crime. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. So it's not going to be 4, all right?
Okay.
All right, number 6, can I get Martin, please? Is Martin still with us? Let me see. Martin, can you hear me? Okay, I think there might be something wrong with Martin's microphone.
Sorry, I'm here.
You're here? Okay, perfect. Can I get you to do number 6, please?
Okay, the judge sentenced him 5 years in prison.
Yeah, the judge sentenced him to 5 years in prison. Perfect, thank you. Number 7, can I get Norbert?
Yes, the jury is responsible to deciding. No.
Go try again.
For.
Yeah. Okay. Do you wanna do the next one, Norbert? The judge is.
The judge is responsible to giving. Well, this is also 4.
Yeah, this is 4 as well. Okay. So okay, so let's see the difference. So when you use to, the judge sentenced him to 5 years in prison. Okay. The next the jury is responsible for deciding. Decide is a verb, right? And then the judge is responsible for giving. Give is also a verb. Okay? However, in number 6, when you use to 5 years in prison. So you were sentenced to a noun. Okay? For example, but when you use for, the jury is responsible for a verb. Do you get the difference?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So if you were to use to, for one thing, the jury is responsible to, that wouldn't really make sense. So they're responsible to what? You're responsible for something, right? Like you're responsible for taking care of your brother, or you're responsible for buying the groceries. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah.
And what about of? I know that the correct word is for, but of sounds weird.
Sorry, I totally missed that. Go ahead again.
Yeah. What about of instead of for?
Okay, the jury is responsible of deciding innocence or guilt. Okay, let's have another look. That would be incorrect. Let's look at number 5.
Okay.
The jury found him guilty of the crime. Okay, again, of is followed by a noun. The crime is a noun.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay. Next, can I get Yusuf?
Yes.
Number 8.
Okay. The witness swears on a Bible to tell the truth.
Perfect. Thank you. On. So you put your hand on the Bible and then you swear to tell the truth. Okay. Thank you, Yusuf. Number 9. Can I get Naseem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Yes, please.
The court reporter listened to the whole trial. Is that is right?
Trial. Yeah, listens to the whole trial.
Okay, to the whole trial and records everything that is said.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So again, listens to the whole trial. The whole trial is a noun. So you're listening to something. Okay?
What does it mean, court reporter?
Oh, the court reporter, there is a person in the court, and she types everything that is said in the court. So she has a typewriter and she sits right next to the judge under the stand, and she doesn't talk or do anything. All her job is to type everything that everybody is saying in the court, so that there's a transcript of everything that was said. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Number 10, can I get Louisa?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
The defendant was released to 5,000 bail.
They're released?
Released.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what preposition did you say?
I see two, but
it's the released on, and that's okay. A lot of people don't really know how to form this sentence anyways, but when you are, does everybody know what a bail is? Anybody want me to explain? No? Okay, so a bail is when you are held in jail before your trial. So before you go to court in front of a judge and with lawyers to defend your innocence, you stay in jail so that the police know that you're not going to run away. So, but if you want to be released from jail for a little while before your trial begins, then that is called bail. And in order to get somebody out of jail on bail, you have to pay a lot of money, because it's sort of like a security. And that means that this person, I'm taking this person out of jail for a little bit of time, and here's the security. $5,000 is the bail money. That is security that this person will come back. Okay?
Yep.
Is that clear? So when you are released on, it's said as released on bail. Okay? People are not released for bail. Okay? This is just the way that you use this word. All right? I couldn't tell you why it's not for, but it's on bail. All right? Is that clear for everyone?
Yeah, but I want to ask. They release him when you pay some amount, just to make sure that he will not run, or he will come back, right?
Yes, basically it's just that. So,
yeah, and it's not refundable, right?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay. And it's actually, I'm not too sure if it's refundable or not. It depends on who paid, but bail money is usually it's very, very high. Like, it can go up to thousands of dollars. Like, bail can be $50,000, and I'm actually not sure if it's refundable or not. I might have to look that up, but don't quote me on that. But bail money is usually very, very high. Okay, thanks, Yusuf.
Would be depend on crime, right?
Yeah, it depends on crime. So if somebody committed, and sometimes you aren't even granted bail. Sometimes if your crime is too serious, like if you committed a murder, then you won't even be granted bail. The judge will say, no, this person cannot be let out on bail under any circumstances. Okay? But if your crime is something like, you extorted money, or you stole something, then it's possible that you would be granted bail. Okay? Okay, thank you. Next we have Norbert. Can I get you to do number 11?
Yes, the robber was released blank prison after serving a 3-year sentence.
So if you're in prison and you are released, what would that be? You are released.
I don't know.
No? Try. Okay, well, what do you think goes there?
True. No, I have no idea.
No? Okay. Anybody else wants to guess what this is?
From prison?
Yeah. So from prison. So when you go from one place to another, right? So he was in prison. So he was released from prison. Okay?
Yes.
Does that make sense, Norbert? Like, you can't.
Yes, I'm tired. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Number 12. Can I get Juan Correa? Is Juan with us, or?
No.
No? Okay. We have Emilio?
Yes.
Hi, Emilio. Can I get you to do number 12, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You're a witness of the crime, so you will have to testify.
No, you're not a witness of the crime. Anybody else wants to guess what it is?
I think two crimes.
For a crime?
For the crime?
No, it's to the crime.
To the crime.
Yeah, you are a witness to the crime. Okay? So
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're a witness to the crime, so you will have to testify. So testify means you will have to go in court and tell the judge and the lawyers what it is that you saw. Okay? Is it clear? That's why I wanted to cover these prepositions, because criminal vocabulary and the sentence structure is a little different from what we say in everyday life. So we use prepositions a little differently to describe crime and law than we do on an everyday basis, which is why I wanted to cover it. Okay? Is this clear? Are there any words that anybody would like me to go over that was not clear? No?
It's okay.
Okay, all right, that's great. We only have a few more minutes left, and there was actually another exercise that I had. So if you just want to scroll down to the second page, so this is vocabulary development, categorizing. So these are just words. They're words that all relate to law and crime, and we have to put them in the right category. So you can actually continue this activity after class ends if you want. I think it's really fun. So for example, the word sentence. Sentence is actually, it's a form of punishment.
Yes.
Okay? So a sentence is the punishment that the judge gives the person who's guilty. Okay? So you were sentenced to 5 years in prison. So that's your punishment. Okay? Let's do jaywalking. Who knows what jaywalking is?
I don't know.
No? Okay. Jaywalking is just walking. It's for pedestrians, so people who walk on the street, and they just walk everywhere. Like they walk onto traffic. They don't follow the traffic laws. So, for example, when a pedestrian is supposed to stop, he doesn't stop. He crosses the road, and he puts himself in danger when he or she is on the street. Okay, and that is what do you?
Type of offense?
Yeah, perfect. Jaywalking is a type of offense. You can actually be ticketed for jaywalking. So if a police officer sees you jaywalking, you can actually be stopped and given a ticket too. My echo is coming from somebody's window, and it's just, I think it's Yusuf. Yusuf, I'm just going to mute you for a little bit. Okay, let's do the next one. Sheriff?
Police.
Sorry?
Police.
Police, yeah. So sheriff is police. Judge?
In the courts.
Perfect. Judge. Jail?
Punishment.
Handcuff?
Punishment.
Handcuff actually can be both. Yeah, handcuff can be, but it's usually, I would say it falls under police because it's the police that handcuff you.
Okay.
And handcuff is not really a punishment. It's just a way to constrain somebody, to hold them down until you get them to where, like to jail or to where the actual punishment is. Okay?
Okay.
But sure, yeah, you can use handcuff in punishment as well. Assault?
Type of offense.
Type of offense.
Yeah, perfect. Everybody knows what assault is? It's when you physically hit somebody or you hurt somebody. You get into a physical altercation. That's called an assault. Lawyer?
In the court.
Yeah. Arrest?
Punishment.
Police.
Yeah, it can be both. Yeah, it can be both. It can be, so the police arrest you, and to be arrested, yeah, can be a punishment. Lieutenant?
Police.
Yeah. Vandalism.
Type of offense.
Yeah. Everybody knows what vandalism is?
Yes.
Yeah. Vandalism is destroying public property. So making graffiti, writing on buildings, that's called vandalism. Destroying somebody's house, that's called vandalism. Okay? Alrighty. So that is actually the end of our class. So I hope everybody enjoyed. The story was a good read. We learned some vocabulary. I just want to say that today, actually right now, I'm going to be posting the first song on my Facebook page, and it's meant for everybody who wants to improve their listening and reading skills. So there's going to be a song and a document with it, and you're going to have to listen to the song and fill in the missing lyrics of the song. So if you don't have a link to my Facebook, I'm just going to post it here. And if you want to go and have a look at that, I think it's a lot of fun. Let me see. Okay. All right. So that's my link. I'm going to post the song in like 5 minutes. Thanks everybody for coming out. There's another class starting now. So I hope everybody had fun. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Everybody have a great day. Bye.
Bye.